All right, guys, today we're going to react to the press conference after the Falcons game by Coach Zach Taylor. Let's go ahead and get right into it.
What did you think of the first drive when you had your defensive starters? And I know it probably didn't start the way you hoped.
Sure.
With the interception to cap it off.
Yeah, it was great experience for them to have to sustain a long drive and find a way out of it, which is what they did. It's what they tend to do. So I think that was good for them to feel game-like conditions against the starting offense and have their back against the wall a little bit and find a way to make a play.
Lou always says that he doesn't care about yards. It's just always about points for him. How can they score as little points as possible? What was your vantage point of Mike Hilton's play there to take away points from?
Yeah, I didn't have a great vantage point from where I was standing, but again, for them, yeah, I think they had, that was a, 18, 19 play drive for our guys to find a way to make a stand. I think they had 40-something plays in the first half, 3 points. So I thought our defense, found a way to stand up when it mattered and take points off the board.
Mike specifically said that he really wanted to play and he felt like it could really help you guys maybe have a faster start this year. Did the defensive guys go to you and ask to play, or was that kind of all along the plan for this game?
Yeah, that was all lingering in the background, and we had those conversations this week, and I think it was, this ended up being a good test. They shifted, they motioned about every single play, they changed personnel groups, and so I thought it was a good opportunity for our guys to have to communicate and stress our communication a little bit.
And then Jonah was the only starter that you played on the offensive side of the ball. I know it was only just one series, but how do you think he looked at right tackle?
Well, I'll have to check the tape on that one.
What about your quarterbacks, Zach? Any separation there, or is this thing still up in the air?
I thought it was good. We got points in our last drive of each half, which is critical to gain some momentum there. So Trevor did a good job in a tight situation, putting us in field goal range. Had to make an audible during the drive, did a great job managing. Stepped up in the pocket, and then at the end of the game, Jake obviously had the big drive that took us down and scored a touchdown. He had to make some plays with his legs, had to scramble. I thought he saw the field really well, so I thought there was some positives to build on for both those guys.
Do you think that's going into the last week? Is that kind of still up in the air?
Yeah, it's hard for me to say right now, post-game.
I know you'll have more of a update after you watch the tape, but it seemed like Joseph Osai really flashed tonight. Is that how you felt?
I felt like we got pressure back there. Obviously their guys created some plays as well, but I felt like we had different guys that were affecting them and making them move off their spot and getting pressure back there. I saw that quite a bit.
You decided not to bring Joe Burrow on this trip. Is there an update as far as where he's at in his progression?
We didn't bring any injured guys other than Cheeto, just because Cheeto gets a chance to get some work, but he's so close and coming off his injury. But other than that, we just left all the injured guys behind.
It seemed like the defense up front was creating some good pressure. What did you think out of the second and third unit?
Yeah, I saw guys continue to make plays. I saw Owen Carney make a huge sack in the fourth quarter to knock him out of field goal range. That now, as you see the score, ended up being a big deal. They had to punt. And so, again, it's a great opportunity for guys like that to rise up and make a play to help this team win or tie. And, I saw several guys be able to affect the game that way, and that was good to see.
Go ahead.
Looked like Charlie Jones was able to catch some steam towards the end of the game. What did you think of his performance?
Yeah, he had some good stuff, and I think there's, we saw a ton of man coverage, and so those receivers, there's a lot of good things that Troy will get a chance to correct on the tape and show them some good examples how they can continue to help us in other ways. So those guys made some plays when they came to them, and then there's some things that they can continue to build on that I think is why we're doing the preseason, why they get so many reps, really good opportunities for those guys.
Did you want to do what you wanted to do with 80? I can't say his name. With 80, did you want to see him on Gunner? We were able to see him at Gunner as well as.
Yeah, he got an opportunity there. We gave him a series off there, I think the second or third series of the game, to get an opportunity there, so that'll give us something to evaluate.
Chase showed you anything on that last drive, as far as Chase Brown?
Chase Brown. The last drive is hard for me to process right now. I'll have to watch that when you're trying to call it, no huddle on the ball. I'm not really doing a great job of evaluating the guys there.
Marcus Bailey almost came away with 2 interceptions at some point tonight too. Was he just seeing it well out there tonight?
It's good to get your hands on the balls and now just take it away, but it's good. Marcus has good vision. He tends to be in the right place at the right time, and so that was good to see.
Love it. Absolutely love it. So I usually like to commentate during these videos and actually talk and communicate. Problem is that these are live streams that you get taken down right after they get posted, so I can't really talk as much as I want to. But with that being said, let's go ahead and just break down everything Coach has said. So, again, like he said, that's why, you go back and look at tape. Because at the end of the day, that last drive was absolutely amazing for the Bengals. We went right down the field on them, 2-minute drill, played pretty much the most perfect way you could play possible. And sadly, our defense did give up in the end. But we had that great, amazing last drive. Now, to his point of the one person asked about Chase Brown, how did he look on that last drive? At the end of the day, again, like, Coach said, a lot of it actually was Jake Browning running on that last drive. But as he said, you have to go back and watch game tape, because you can't really make a judgment on how good he looked when you're like in the moment and you're under pressure and you're thinking, he's calling plays. Nonetheless, though, it is interesting that, Joe and no one else but Cheeto actually went to this game. I guess in all honesty, there's no real reason to, get them on the plane, risk them falling or some injuries happening or something crazy happens that, could cause a problem. I mean, I get the whole point of not playing in the preseason, obviously, because they're injured. But it is interesting that they did not travel to this game. I don't know. I guess that's just normal, in all honesty. Like, that just doesn't... Like, it's preseason. If this was regular season, I guess they would be traveling, probably. I say probably, but at the same time, probably not. Again, it depends on the injury. Cheeto, I get the point he's out there, because, again, he's right about to come back. He's doing individual drills in training camp now, so he's actually showing that he is at a level where he can come back sometime very soon. So, it is what it is. But, again, overall, I still hate the fact they tied us tonight and then let's go score a touchdown. I feel that was like the, not the coward's way out, but I feel like, come on, man. Just go for a touchdown. It's preseason. Who cares if you win or lose? But at the same time, though, they are processing just like we are for that last 50-second drill, like where you go down the field and you try to make a play and you try to, like, make something crazy happen. So I get it at the end of the day. I'm not angry or butthurt about that, but overall, it was a great game, and I think we learned a lot from that game, and especially we learned that Trevor Siemian is no longer going to be our quarterback, and he is going to be cut. And it's going to be Jake Browning as our starting quarterback, well, backup quarterback, but starting quarterback in preseason. Because, yeah, Jake Browning, like last year in preseason, the man knows how to play preseason, okay? I'm going to tell you that right now. He knows how to play preseason. Might not play regular season much, but he knows how to play preseason. So, shout out to him for that. And again, shout out to the Coach for talking this. Not as long as he normally talks, but you know what? It's good enough. Just getting this out on the channel, show you guys. Again, we will have the questions on the screen as always and enhanced audio. So, I'll see you guys next one.